Well, to begin with, I actually want to connect on something you just said about the indigenous cultures. We are honored to live on the beautiful island of Maui, and each of us, we get to learn from these beautiful indigenous cultures. You also travel around the world and learn more about the cultures that actually thrive, that actually were in communion, that actually co-created with Mother Earth.
Mm.
And how important is that, especially now? And how do we actually take and co-create with these indigenous cultures and learn from them, so that we can actually honor each other and Mother Earth?
Mm. I love this question. For me, I have been blessed with a capital B to find these ways again and have the opportunity to visit indigenous peoples, native peoples in different parts of the world. I spent some time in Colombia connecting with native peoples in the Putumayo jungle, the Inga tribe, and seeing how they live, and learned so much from that. The power of simplicity, the power of tending to the earth, the power of deepening our connection to the earth, learning about the plants around us, learning about the animals, seeing how they live, what we can learn from these relatives. And having lived here in the Hawaiian Islands is such a treat, it's such a gift, it's such a privilege, it's such an honor. And having some time to connect with some locals here and some kahunas, some elders. And for me, I'm so fascinated because even though these peoples are spread all around the world, they share a commonality. And this is living in communion with this planet. And there really isn't much to it, which is the good thing. We don't have to go so far out of our way, those of us that live in cities. For example, one thing that we can do is just recognize that this earth, this planet, it's alive. And we're a part of it. We literally are the earth. You know, they say you are what you eat. We eat the food, we eat the earth, we receive the earth, we become the earth. We become this planet. We receive the intelligence and the consciousness of this earth, and it fuses with our own intelligence. And again, there's this synergy happening again. So little by little, in our own way, whatever way we feel guided, we can deepen these ways, we can deepen this connection. Learning to see that there is consciousness in everything, in the water that we drink, taking a moment to connect with this water. What a gift, what a blessing that we have access to clean drinking water. And taking that moment, taking that sacred pause before we drink, before we receive these codes in the water. And similarly with our food, you know, whether we're cooking something from our home, or we're picking an orange from the orange tree, or we're going out to eat somewhere in a restaurant with some friends, just honoring and recognizing that this is a gift from the earth, that this food is nourishment, this food is sustenance, not just physically, but energetically. There's life force in the food. In Hawaiian, they call this word mana, energy, spiritual energy. And when we make that connection, we take that sacred pause, then we open ourselves to receive beyond feeding just our physical body, but our spiritual body. And I've been practicing this for a few years now, and I notice a difference. One thing that it has opened in me is a sense of gratitude. Gratitude to have access to these blessings, gratitude to have access to this way of thinking, to this perspective, to this simplicity, to this ancestral way of thinking that has stood the test of time till today for a reason. So these are two simple ways. There's many, many more. But I think if we just start with this, we're off to a good start. We can begin to gain and build momentum in our lives and take it from there. You know, noticing where you are in the world and seeking out if there are native peoples, indigenous peoples in your area, asking around, or just setting that intention within yourself, if it's in your highest, to align with these people. Not just to learn, but to remember. All of this information of this way of living, it's still in our DNA. This information is within us, waiting patiently to be activated just with our intention. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yes, remember.